JR's Gameplay and more. We are looking at the SH Monsterarts 2004 Gigan. Now, this one's special to me. I picked him up from a seller that is actually on YouTube. He reviews X Plus figures. He picked this one up. He never got around to reviewing it. But it was really cool for me. I picked him up for $100. He goes for around 150 now, and it was used. Got all the accessories with him. Fucking excellent buy. So yeah. I love this figure personally. He's a fucking really amazing figure to have. He's super posable, super detailed, and the paint is just fucking astounding, and we're gonna get into that because yeah. So the paint on Gigan is really, really, really nice. It is casted in this nice, it's like a flat blue, but it does reflect light really well. It's a nice paint scheme with the silver touches on the metallic parts. And he's got some red on him. He's got nice red detail in the visor itself and on these fins in the back. And we turn him around. I mean, the metal silver metallic look is really obvious and apparent, but in hand, it's got some nice shades that are darker silver to it kind of almost seems to kind of portray shadowing in the tail, which is cool. If we look at the claw has a nice shadow detail right here, nice darkened, and then it's all silver metallic, which is really nice. And this blue it does definitely pop if you look at it. Wow, it's really astounding to me, the detail on Gigan. He's definitely one of my more detailed SH Monsterarts figures. And you know, I'm impressed. I mean, the teeth are really nice. They're bone white. You know, a lot of people complain like, "Oh, the teeth are too big." Shut the fuck up. They look awesome. This figure is like fucking amazing. Wow, I'm still astounded because, you know, once you get him in hand, see, I put off getting him originally for 2 years. 2 years I planned on getting him, 2 years I put him off, and, you know, when I finally got him, you know, I was originally going to pay 60, but since I waited so long, I ended up having to pay 100, but a nice birthday present, a nice gift. It's an astounding figure to have in hand. Man, I'm just breathtaking still with this figure. And I picked him, I got him in April, I believe. Late April, early March. So, I mean, I've had him not too long. And, you know, I don't really mess with him a whole lot because he's great to just have in a pose. Like the pose I had him in is kind of like a kick-ass, like, you know, hey, I'm gonna fuck you up kind of deal. But wow, now articulation's pretty good. So you've got ball joints at the that's a swivel hinge at the shoulders. You got a hinge joint at the elbow here, and then a ball joint at the hand. Watch out for these pointy ends that really do a number on you. Now, the hips on mine are still super tight, but it's a ball jointed hips up here, and then in here you can move them. It's a ball joint as well, I believe. You've got a hinged knee. It looks like, yeah, two hinges for the knee, and then you have a calf ball joint and then an ankle ball joint. And from what I can tell, each one of these pieces in the foot are joints. They feel like hinge joints, which is really nice. The torso is also on a ball joint. I haven't moved mine, and I refuse to move mine because I've heard some stories of it actually rubbing up against the sculpt, and it does cause the paint to come off. And for this figure, for a love child fucking Gigan figure, I'm just like, oh no, you're my baby. Anyways, here at the neck. Now I swapped my neck out. It comes with accessories, chainsaw hands, new mandibles, and a horn. And this neck piece to replicate the Final Wars Gigan. Now, I swapped my neck out. I'm not going to pull it out because that means I have to go dig through all my fucking accessories. Look, I have a lot of figures here, so don't give me shit. Look, if you got a problem, you can fuck yourself. Anyways, there's a ball joint at the head. Mouth is on a hinge, but it doesn't close. It almost seems like the mandibles are on a hinge, but I haven't messed with them really. The neck is on a ball joint here in the mid, and then at the base it's on a ball joint. But what I've noticed with the silver metallic neck is it actually does rub up against the sculpt if you move it too much. So I try not to mess with it too much. I get them in a pose and I just leave them, which is it's kind of how you have to deal with Gigan because of his sculpt and his articulation. I mean, he's not really a play with figure, but anyways, his dorsal fins are on hinge joints. You get them pretty good. The middle one is on a hinge joint that goes up and down, which is pretty cool. And for the tail, each one of these are on an individual ball joint all the way to the tip. Now, be careful with this because these spines do rub up against the paint. And since it's a metallic silver, it will show black marks when the paint finally does come off. I try not to move mine around too much. But, I'm adamant about my figures. I don't like moving them around too much. I don't play with them. I just pose them and leave them. And like I said, for accessories, he comes with an alternate pair of chainsaw hands, and then new mandibles, horn, and the neck piece that you see that's on him. So, all in all, this is a great figure. Now, like I said, retail price for this mother trucker is about $140, $150. And that's just for the figure. You're most likely paying shipping as well. And it's a shame because I got him way too late. And he is a very underrated SH Monsterarts figure. It's baffling to me that he didn't sell as well as he did. I know a lot of collectors that just never ended up picking him up. And it's kind of like a, what the fuck? Because, I've got the King Ghidorah special color version, and to pose this Gigan with that figure, with my Kyoku Godzilla, I mean, it looks fucking cool. So, yeah, Gigan here is a definite fucking recommend. Pick him up if you got the money. Try to get a good deal like I did. Gigan is an amazing SH Monsterarts figure, and he's one of the best SH Monster releases that they've put out. Compare him next to Shin. He blows Shin out of the fucking water. I mean, in detail and paint apps alone. Sculpt on Shin's fucking really good, and Gigan's really good, and, it's just, I mean, I'm looking at Gigan right now, and under the visor, it's like almost like a pixelated look, like cybernetic. It's, wow. Anyways, that's it for this review. This is JR from JR's Gameplay and More. As a car roars by and super fucking loud because annoying people. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to. If you want more figure reviews, fucking stay tuned. This will be the second one I upload in one day. I will get to others. I've got a lot to get to. These two are next. And then, just to give you a little preview for what's coming, I've got a lot of NECA and Godzilla figures still to review. And a Revoltech. Well, I think I already reviewed him. Anyways, thank you for watching. Pick this motherfucking figure up. Like, subscribe, fuck yourself. JR's Gameplay and More, the more standing for I'm gonna get more figures done.